Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 5. I hope everyone has got a drink and is in their favouriteest, comfiest chair, sitting back, relaxing, getting ready for a good night of entertainment. Alrighty, let's have a little look here and see who's joining us tonight. Let me scroll on through here. Julie, welcome. Welcome to the show. Lainey Kelly, thank you for joining us on YouTube. Who else have we got? Kitty Catch, thank you for joining us. Good to see you a little while ago. And Annie, thank you. Thank you for joining us again. Who else have we got here? Oh, Darren Archer, welcome. Welcome all the way from West Queensland. Oh, must be nice and warm up there. Bit warmer than here, I think. Who else have we got here? Oh, DTY and Baby Groot. I hope Baby Groot's watching as well. That'd be good. Oh dear. Who else have we got here? Alan. Hi, Alan. Andrew Barker. Good evening. Oh, Houston, Texas. Dave, all the way from America. Thanks for joining. And Oz Fox. Welcome. Welcome all the way from down south. Thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, nice. Oh, Graham Cook from Tinonee. Tinonee. Never heard of that, Graham. Must be a little tiny town. Little tiny town. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Really awesome for you all to be here. So thankful. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves in the chat room. It is a family-friendly show, so try and keep it PG. I do have a moderator lurking in the background, so if you're not playing nicely, you'll get booted out of the playground. Oh dear. So tonight we're going to check out what's happening around Australia and New Zealand, a few of the events coming up. We've also got another winner for the GDU calendar photo of the month, so stay tuned for that announcement at the end of the show. We've also got another giveaway thanks to John and Di at GeoStuff. Actually, we've got two giveaways from John and Di. So they are being very generous yet again to the GDU podcast. So thank you, John and Di at GeoStuff. That's awesome. And a special thank you to all of our Patreons who do donate money to us every month. Special thank you to our sponsors, Lainey at Lainey K Consulting Group, for all the marketing, mentoring, and the coaching program. Thank you to John and Di at GeoStuff who do provide us with the prizes each month. And a special shout out to my mum who also bears some of the cost of the podcast. So thank you very much. And as they say in the movies, I hope everyone's got a nice comfy seat, a nice good drink, and are all set and ready to go. We are going to get this show started. I've got something a little bit special for you this week. So get ready. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Hailmeister from Geocaching with Hailmeister on YouTube. You're watching Purple Cache Eater on the Geocaching Down Under podcast.
How cool was that? Hailmaster from America giving us a quick shout out. So we're just going to jump straight on into some Aussie and some New Zealand events. First and foremost, actually, I'm just going to sneak this in real quick. Is last weekend I had a little event up in Noosa, which is my hometown. So just quick shout out to everyone who attended. There we all are. We've got Artem, we've got Smiley, _ Smiley, Eat, Sleep, Cash, Repeat, and also Jack's team. So thank you everyone for coming out. I know some of you did travel for quite a distance to be there. So thank you very much. It was so lovely to meet you all in person rather than just over the internet. And then on to the next big event, we've got the WA Goes Big. So that one is there. That one is going to be in Albany in Denmark. That's the 5th to the 7th of June. So June is rapidly approaching us. That's not far away at all. That one is GC 905 G6, and that one's over in Western Australia. Following that one is going to be the Millicent event, the GeoVenture 2020, which was moved from 2020 to 2021. That one's going to be on the 2nd of October down in Millicent, South Australia. That GC code is GC82DAN. That one looks like it's going to be quite a good weekend. Following on from that, in October, we have the New Zealand Mega, which was back in 2020 as well, moved to 2021. At this stage, that is all still going ahead. Hopefully the aeroplanes keep flying us in and out of Australia. That would be good. That one's going to be the 23rd to 25th of October, GC8 7777. Nice and easy to remember that GC code. Following on from that one, we've got the Wangaratta event. That's down in Wangaratta, Victoria. That's the 13th to the 14th of November. That's going to be held down there, and that one is GC8EW45. So that is going to be good. That one looks like it's going to be a good event. And then we've also got all of the events from America have been postponed, same dates, just the following year. So 2022 now, not the end of this year. Hopefully a few of us are planning to get over there. Once again, we'll see what time tells us. Now, I was also reading on Facebook just today that the Outback Queensland Geocache muster is underway, but I couldn't find a cache page yet. The website does have a few details, so if you want to jump over to their Facebook page, have a little read. They've got a bit of an interim agenda out, so you can have a little look, find out what's going on. And then also we've got the souvenirs. So the Wonders of the World, they are still going. So they are still available. You can still get the Wonders of the World. They've released the second stage of those. So if you're still going, you've still got time. They haven't given us an end date. So keep finding those geocaches. We've also got the Adventure Lab. That is still available if you'd like to request it. Just go to geocaching.com/play/request/Adventure Lab. And if you meet the criteria, you can get an Adventure Lab and put that out. We all love good Adventure Labs. I think we're all getting the hang of them by now. The CETO Caching Trash Out Season 1 is still underway. That's running until the end of this month. So you've still got to the 31st of May to pick up rubbish, clean some graffiti, link in with land care, find a group. You can still do that. And then you can also get your GC Neat locationless cache as well. So just show that you've improved an area by cleaning it up before and after, photo of yourself, and tell them what you did, and you can get that souvenir as well. And the Perseverance souvenir, that is still available. And if you haven't logged it by now, what are you doing with your life? You need to figure out that code and log it, because how often are we getting to Mars, So do that. It's easy peasy. If I can do it, you can do it. Alrighty, so let us be carrying on. So I'm going to move on now to the geocaches of the month. Now, not too many have been released this month. So I've got New South Wales. Theirs was April. For April was MV Geocaching, which is GC3X. In fact, I've got it here. I'm going to put it up so you can read it. GC3XRH2 MV Geocaching by Team AJKW. That one's located near Karua and Nelson Bay, just north of Newcastle. The cache is a two-stage mystery, I should say. Stage one's a little different to the usual. You have to tune into a radio station and then work out the code, so that's a bit unique and a bit cool. That one's originally placed in 2012, so that's been out for a while and could be a good one if you are trying to knock off your Jasma grid. Next on from that was Western Australia for March. They had an Adventure Lab, which was Defence of Perth. So that's in around Perth there. That one's got 5 stages located from Fremantle through to Bull Creek. So it takes you on a bit of a journey. It's focused on the local military sites, including tunnels, telecommunications, Spitfires, tanks, and artillery. So that one could be a good one if you're a bit of a history buff. It's a good one, and I didn't write it in my little pop-ups here, but for April, for Western Australia is Treasure Trove by GeoTracker. That one is GC8ZP9F. That one's located near Mandurah, which is just south of Perth. It's a jigsaw-type puzzle, and it takes you to an interesting final location. It's currently only got 16 finds in 8 months, but with 81% favourite point ratio, I think it must be a pretty decent one. So if you're in that area, head over there, have a look. Now, as far as I could tell, South Australia have not updated their website, so I don't know if South Australia's got a geocache of the month for last month. But when they update, I will let you know in the next show. Queensland, we're doing a bit of a honourable shout-out to the Echidna, which has 43 favourites. That one's GC96R 8J. That one's out Daybro Way. So not an official geocache of the month, but a good honourable shout out to that one. That's near the Daybro Mega events, all of their geo art. So that's a good one to get to if you're ever out doing that. The geo art as well. Alrighty, so let us move on to our next section, and I have another treat for you. So hold on to your seats.
Hi, I'm Neil Moore from Cache Tales on YouTube. You're watching the Purple Cache Eater on the Geocaching Down Under podcast.
Pulling them all in here. So that was Neil Moore from America as well. They just had their Mingo Madness, so I pulled in a few favors and got a shout out or two there. So as you all know, I am Purple Cache Eater, and tonight I'm joined by my special co-host. You know him as dahumbug. Here he is. Welcome to Humbug.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the podcast, mate. How are you going?
Not too shabby for a cheeky.
That's good.
But,
must be a little bit warmer up there. You've only got the t-shirt on, so that must be good.
oh, and it's warm.
Oh, good.
But we're due for more rain tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be right. Yeah, it is the season, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about what is tree fishing. We're going to also be talking about technical tree climbs with proper climbing gear, and also going to be talking about water-based caching as well. So that is your forte.
That is. So, what would you like to know?
Well, basically, I was just going to give a shout out to the chat room. If anyone's got any questions relating to any of those, tree caching or tree fishing, what is it? How to do a water-based geocache, chuck your questions in the chat room. I will try and pop them up on the screen so I can ask the humbug on your behalf. But basically, we're going to start with some easy questions for you, Bug.
Sure, fire away.
Excellent. So your caching name is obviously dahumbug. How did you come up with it?
Dahumbug, that was my first Instagram name.
Right.
And the name was given to me by my fighting coach. He called me a bit of a humbug.
Okay.
I used to liaise with all the fight teams and people in that sort of crowd. So he goes, I was always humbugging. So I went, that's the name I'm going to use. And so, yeah, Instagram was first, the humbug, before I even created a geocaching account. So
yeah, okay. So it's just natural progression.
Yeah, the humbug. Most people up this way know me as Bug, or it's a bug cache. So
yes. Nice.
Pretty,
that's nice and easy to
common.
remember. So when did you start caching?
1st of August 2013. So,
very specific.
yeah, about 4 p.m. or something like that.
4 p.m. Wow.
So with that, I used to work with a guy that used to have this handheld PDF device, and he enlightened me about this hobby. He told me about a few. There's a couple here on Sunshine Coast. One that's still in play up at Rainbow Beach. One that's not in play at Chambers Island. And and he was using his PDF device, this fancy gadget thing, and so, and I looked into it. So this was back 2004. And I looked into it, looked into handheld GPSs, and like some of my fishing mates had them, and they were $500 each, so it wasn't viable. So anyway, we rolled through smartphones.
Made it much easier.
Yep. iPhone. Next thing you know, we were thinking about talking about it and looked it up, and what do you know? There was an app. There was an app for everything. So and what do you know? There was one down 200 meters down the road. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's funny how that happens. So did you start by yourself, or did you drag your family out?
We did drag the family out.
Yeah.
I went out with my wife, and then took the kids the next day, and then but as
they
usual,
would enjoy finding the treasure.
Yeah, They play around. They play sometimes. So, yeah. So, but as with any teams, usually there's the one person that carries on with it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it sort of ends up that way, doesn't it? Well, let me just race through a couple of these questions, these early questions I got for you. I can see some questions coming through in the chat room, so we'll get to those. So what are some of your favourite stats from your geocaching career? How many finds do you have?
I have about 3,000 or so.
Oh,
I'm not big on finding, but
okay.
I prefer the hiding element. That's more
Yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I sort of thrive on the logs and
Yes. Yeah.
a bit of favourite point junkie, just slightly. But I
Well,
shouldn't
that's
say
right.
that.
You put out a better quality cache, and yeah, people enjoy it. So why not?
Yeah, I do try and cater for everyone. I've filled the DT grid for hides, which is
Okay.
one of my little proud achievements.
Yeah, that's
Um,
quite an achievement. That one.
I've done it in fines as well, but once or twice. But
Yeah, but really
yeah,
proud of the hides. That's good.
yeah,
That
it's
gives
good.
a
Yeah,
chance for everyone else too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your favourite type of cache to find?
Probably the more adventurous stuff.
Hmm.
It used to be unloved caches. Used
Okay.
to go and thrive on stuff that people hadn't found for a while.
Yeah. So do you have
Uh,
Cachely so you can see the unloved caches?
you can do that through GC.
Okay.
Caches that haven't been found for a while, the last found.
Yeah.
You can also, yeah, you can do it other ways. You sort of know. It's the
Yeah.
more like harder terrain caches are always going to be the ones that are rarely found. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, let me
and
just jump
there's,
into the. Sorry. Go on.
I'm saying there's challenge caches that used to cater for that. So,
Yes. Yeah. I'm starting to learn all about challenge caches. Sort of new to me, so still learning about it. They're interesting.
yeah, they're a good thing. I own a few,
Do you?
and I chase a few, and
Yeah.
I set my caching habits set on other people's challenge caches.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gives you a bit of a focus, a bit of a goal.
Yes, indeed it does. I,
Pretty
I'm not big
fun.
on the streaks though. There's no
Uh,
way I'm going to find a cache every day of the year.
no, I think a
So
streak is just. I think you have to just get prepped and ready and just set. Line them all up, get them ready to go. It's a
God,
big effort. Big
I know someone that's done over 2,000 days in a row. I just
Wow. Wow. That is dedication. That
yeah.
is dedication.
So
Oh dear. All right. Well, I've got a
what else?
question here from the chat room. So DTY, she would like to know. She's down in the ACT. When are you coming to Canberra and holding an event? We have the perfect place with plenty of tree climbs that she can't do.
Tree climbs. Yeah, well, maybe later in the year. When I'd love to get to Millicent, Wangaratta,
Oh yes,
but
you one on the
but
way.
but I dead set got to get back through Canberra, and
Yeah, I know. There's
uh,
so many geocaches down there and so much quality too. It's great.
yeah, all that CBR Warago stuff.
Yeah.
I'd get amongst that, and what else is there? There was a few challenge cases of
There's a few down there.
ZQX.
Yep.
So I'd like to. They haven't signed yet, so
There you go. On the cards. On the cards. DTY. On the cards. Alrighty. Andrew Barker. He's on YouTube. He's got a question here. How do you fix your hooks and the like on the end of fiberglass or Kevlar poles without crushing them?
good question. Just about everyone up here. Like we've got over 70 tree fishing caches in southeast Queensland. It's become quite popular up here. We've tried our own little group up here of tree fishing caches up here on the sunny coast. So uh, a lot of us,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us have broken a pole or two. So the latest thing I've done, something I prepared earlier.
Excellent.
Just give me a sec. So I don't put mine away all the time. I always
Yep.
throw mine on the ute, ready to go anytime
Yes.
for that first to find, because I like first to find. And so what we have done, thanks to Wesley, who's another caching team on the Sunny Coast,
Yep.
he mentioned that he's put dow down the middle
Yes. Oh, yes.
of
Yep.
the pole. So, and then what I've done is affix my hook and then compress that, tighten up that hook so it's not
Onto
going
the
to break
dowel.
the pole. So he's, yeah.
Yep. That's a good idea. And
That's
it's the
rig.
hook.
That's the
It's
rig
like,
I'm running with at the moment, anyway. So we'll see how we go.
where did you
I've
get the
had.
hook from?
You can get these at $2 shops.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I think you get two for $2.
Nice.
On the previous pole, the Force 10 pole, Force 8 pole from Tacklevania.
Mm-hmm.
I actually try to be fancy and do the like how you would set your loops on your tree on your fishing rods.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And I did it with vine and then did it with resin but yeah.
Didn't work. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I try to get fancy by when I put cases back up in the trees,
Yes.
and I end up breaking it. So
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I really like that hook because it's got a hook both ways.
well, that's
You know,
the advantage
the hook
of it.
facing up and a hook facing down, so you can use it multiple ways.
So yes, that's what I like. So
Yeah.
with the bottom hook, you can usually get the case something like that.
Yes. Unhooked from the branch. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah.
talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
I have to give kudos to someone for coming up with that. So you can get the case up on the hook, but then like you usually get it up where you don't want it. So the bottom, this top hook, well, it's good to drag it down and make it a bastard
Right.
for everyone. Don't say that out loud.
Yes, you like to make it difficult for people.
I own a couple of difficult ones. So
Yeah.
you got to keep them honest. You got to give them
So
a
it's an
challenge.
actual fishing pole then. It's not just a Kevlar pole. It's an actual fishing pole or fishing rod.
This one here is a squid pole, they call them,
Right.
or a telescopic 8 meter. So you can get like 8 meter or a 10 meter telescopic pole. Again, in different sizes actually. And yeah, I think what their aim is that like when you fish on a bank and you want to get your bait a long way, so you can flick it
Right.
a long distance. So that's what they're used for. Mind you, I've never seen anyone use one of them for that, but yeah.
Yeah.
What a great device for us, I reckon.
That's right. That's right.
Because, like, yeah, I reckon these tree fishing caches are awesome. It's an awesome concept.
It is. Yeah. It's something a little bit different. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's just a different aspect of the game.
Yeah. I was speaking to a few of the oldies and people that have been in the game a long time, and what I love about it is that, you know, we all have those parks or whatnot where we've had cases and they've been muggled time after time. You get just love to bring people there, like other cases.
Yeah.
And as a case owner, it's hard work.
Frustrated.
So this gives us an opportunity to put
it up a tree, gets less muggled, or not at all.
Out of Muggles' reach.
That's right. And they're not going to bother with all these poles and hooks and everything to get down a container out of it.
The other advantage of that also too is that with all this rain we've had, is that it keeps containers dryish. Like You know, I go and check on these things, and the logbooks are dry.
Yeah.
So it's
Great.
brilliant. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. And also being up high, they dry out easier if they do get moisture in them.
Yep. They're in the wind.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there's a comment from the from Facebook here. Kirsten says, just want to give a shout out to my sister-in-law Nadine, who fell out of a tree while geocaching last month and broke her humerus. Ow, poor
Which is not so humorous.
That is definitely not humorous. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, here's another question for you, Humbug. Bill Morgan, he would like to know, how do you rate a pole cache? I think he's talking about in terms of like difficulty and terrain.
I didn't set this training, but I just followed on from others, and they set them because even though it's like special equipment, they're still rating them opposite. Like,
okay.
So if you stand on somewhere where you can have a wheelchair, that's terrain 1. And then we set the difficulty.
Yes.
Usually by how high it is up in the tree.
Right, okay. Yep.
Or
so the longer the pole, the higher the detail.
Usually.
Yeah.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Well, thanks for that question, Bill. That was a good one. I've got another one here from just a comment from Thomas Schultz, who's Thomas Tank Engine. He's down in Canberra as well. He 3D prints his hooks. Well, it's a bit specialised. I like it. Wish I had a 3D printer. That'd be dangerous.
I will message him about that.
I was going to say, you might have to put an order in.
Yes, that'd be good.
I've got another question for you here from Julie. Well, not a question, a comment. I free climbed your southeast corner challenge. Not bad for 62. Geez, Julie.
Very good indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all those people that came up from down south to our mega and also came up to the sunny coast and not only found my caches, but found the other caches on the sunny coast as well.
Absolutely.
So we're thankful for that.
Yes. There you go. And Oz Fox asked a question, and I believe you answered that one. Squid poles. Yes, they are.
Yep.
Thank you for that question, Oz Fox.
Let me just... So, just thought I'd mention, there's the application and the tools that we use. But what's the best container for food?
Yes.
So there's been a few different types. I have a few different options out there. But thanks to Tim, Wallaby Wanderers, I know he's watching.
He is. I've got a little bit of information from him.
Quite simply, he came up with the 13mm cable tie option from Supercheap.
Okay.
It gives you a good solid loop.
Yes.
So
you just set it at a radius and hook it over a branch?
Oh, no, you just zip it up to the biggest radius that you can get it to.
Okay.
But it keeps a consistent loop. Whereas some of these other ones with wire sort of like end up sort of like that.
Right, distorting, yeah.
Yes, and it makes it hard to put the container back or get it off. Because if it's wire, when you go to pick up the weight, it simply like goes like that.
Yes.
Then makes it hard to get off the branch.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So keep containers light and keep the loops round.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good trick for people who are looking to put one out. Use a zip tie, not the metal. That's very handy for finding. So your hook that you have there, that would get that one that geocache that you just held up, that would get that out of the tree?
Very easily.
Yeah. Okay. Easy peasy. And then off the branch.
Yep. You can also get fancy when you go to put the case back up.
Yep.
And I do a bit of this. Here's a tip for new players. And I'll go like this. And if the branch is vertical.
Yep.
And
slide it down.
Yeah, and then I basically coming over the branch and coming straight down it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't give that one away. Shouldn't give away all my tricks. But there you go.
There you go. What else was there? Oh,
Oh, there's a good question
which one are you
by
looking?
Green Cordial up in Townsville. What about travelling on plane with one of these bad boys? Poor North Queensland cases. Yes. Well, you can check in your luggage. Um, a lot of people are carrying these in like plumbers' PVC pipe just to look after them, and which is a great option. Like because keeps them in good condition. Now, if you were to do that, you could have a PVC. I know I used to carry my fishing gear on
Yeah,
planes when I went up north and whatnot. So you
yeah,
can check that in normal luggage. Of course, you probably have to pay extra,
yeah.
but
Yeah, it's probably an oversized baggage.
well, I know a lot of people travel light and they don't even check in luggage. So
No,
if you got to check in something, it's not the end of the world.
no, that's right.
Um,
But
the
it is
traveling
good.
the traveling cases always try and team up with someone local and borrow their pole. There's a lot of
Probably,
that going on. I noticed recently.
oh dear. Probably easiest.
Yeah.
There you go. Thomas Tank Engine says, that looks cool. The previous cache you showed us with the zip tie. I don't like the micro bisons on a single cable tie. You need binoculars to spot them. Tough the challenge, Tank Engine.
Yes,
Uh,
I haven't seen any bisons on a tree fish yet, but yeah.
well, there you
I've done
go.
I've done a couple of camo ones, but
Mm-hmm.
you can usually pick the plastic out. I think even for a colourblind person like me.
Oh dear. There you go. And he reckons that those ones are frequently found on the ground. Found around 4 to 5 last weekend, and 2 were found on the ground. Oh, that's a shame.
That's
Bugger.
nasty.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's up to the CEO to put it back where it needs to
Yep,
go.
that's right. If you're going to go to that trouble, you got to look after it. The kitty
Yes.
catch, she said that she loves your hide in Nambour. She needed a ladder and a pole for that one, but enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's something else.
Something.
Yeah, it's called something.
Something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's on the pedestrian bridge over
okay.
that looks over a model railway
Oh, cool.
station.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a club that meets there once a month, and I happen to have a photo there the very day that the club met there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Oh, cool.
that's quite something else.
Yeah, there you go. Tim's backed you up in the chat room there. Tree fishing poles are considered fishing rods, so they can be carry on as it's graphite. So,
Yeah, and you can just put your hooks or whatever into your general luggage. You
yep.
know,
And you check.
that's why something like this is you know, you can take it on and off if you want to.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the gel. Yeah, that's good.
and Tim has a good setup as well, just quietly.
Yeah, something similar to yours?
Yep. Oh, he has a option where so he's got his hook glued to another piece of fishing rod,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a snug fit.
Yeah.
And he just pulls it out when he's ready and puts it on top.
Okay.
It's also a very good option.
There we go. So Andrew Barker, he reckons we're planning to borrow a pole for the next mega so we don't have to fly ours up from Tassie. Let's bring a whole range of poles with you.
Always happy to help.
Yes, that's good. Oh, what is this? Graham, what's Graham saying here? Back in November 14, I went to Mount Gambier, South Australia for Bats in the Belfry BC4ZZTB, and that was for an FTF 6+ months after it was placed. So it was still an FTF after 6 months. Just 1,250 kilometres as the crow flies from Taree. Thanks for the idea of the zip ties, as I have a few challenge caches that would be handy for. There you go. So good tip on the zip tie. Cool. Oh, there's another good idea. So Barbie, no, Barb 2E, one of those, has made a great hook out of coat hangers. There you go. If you don't have all the the D shackles and fishing poles and all of that, you can just use a coat hanger. So yeah, I'm sure people get
Well,
really creative.
Artem's, I saw Artem said earlier that quite simply that's what a lot of people are using. They're just using a bit of coat hanger, and when they're
Yep.
ready to use it, just a bit of tape,
Yeah.
bit 100-mile-an-hour tape.
Get you out of a spot. Oh dear. Oh, here you go. Here's a question from Darren Archer in Queensland. Do you have any issues with finders not placing the caches back in the same spot?
Apparently, we have that sort of issue in southeast Queensland. I haven't
Yeah.
heard of it happening much on many of mine yet.
Oh,
So,
good. Yeah. Yeah, normally
so
they do suffer a bit of cache creep, so that's good that most of them are going
well,
back in the right
I think
spot.
it's the way that the container setup is manufactured. So it's
Yeah.
just sometimes it's just hard to get it back
Yeah.
on. So
That's right. Oh, hey, Grub Fred. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, welcome. Grub Fred, welcome. He's on the
I
central Coast here with me.
grabbed it.
Yeah, there you go. Eat, sleep, cash repeats, Rick. And that Andrew Barker must be time for a Tassie Mega, surely. We'll all come to you. How about that? Could be interesting.
Very good. I think they got plenty of room for new cases down there.
Oh my God, yes, plenty of space down in Tassie. Beautiful down there.
And a great reviewer. So
Yes.
I own a couple of cases in Tassie.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Thanks.
And someone maintains them for you.
Thanks to stainless steel wrap,
Oh,
gooseneck, and Memsec.
yep. Oh, that's good. There you go. So DTY, she says, Aquilas 1 uses a fork with the middle prongs bent down and a hair tie to hold it on. Works a treat.
Whatever you got to do, eh?
Whatever gets you there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, dear. All right. So that's sort of tree fishing. Is there anything else that people need to know about tree fishing?
If you're going to hide one, our local reviewers are asking for like photos of the container.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to actually take a photo of the hide because it's usually so far up.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
I'm getting a few comments that people need to go to Specsavers to improve their prescriptions so they can see some of mine. But
That's right. Take a binocular.
information, photos is good for hiding. Just
Yeah, take a
web
picture of it
review.
before you put it in the tree.
Yeah, more information the better. Help the reviewers
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah, they
Goes
can't
in-
say. So.
Goes in the little secret file when they review a cache.
So you're also into the technical tree climbs where you need actual climbing gear. So how did you get into that? Was it climbing first, or did you get into climbing because of geocaching?
definitely got into climbing because of geocaching. It was something I was
Mm.
always interested in with abseiling and whatnot, but I never ever got around to it.
Mm-hmm.
Never did one of those school camps and got to do that. So
Yeah, they're fun.
I always wanted to be one of those people that goes down the mountain, like.
Yeah.
And so when Philip from Melbourne, everyone knows Philip. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
loves Philip. He came up for a wet thing, and he posted an event saying who would like to get into this, or who would like to come and try it. And there was only a couple of us.
Yeah.
There was Matt from Scat's Madhouse, and I, and a couple others. And we went over and we participated in this first TTC, technical tree climb.
Okay.
So, which the first one in southeast Queensland, or maybe the first one in Queensland, was Brew with a View. So, yeah. So I was there the night that it was hidden, and then Phil came up again, had a tree climbing event.
Okay.
So
people could rock up and get them in the gear and they could climb up and sign the logbook.
Yeah, good thing about that is other people came along. People like Brother Colin, who was like a ropes expert, and there was a couple. One arborist guy came along.
Okay, great. That's great. People who know what they're really doing.
The case was hidden, and a lot of people came to that because it was an official GC event.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then a couple of people put out some, and then I went away. I went down to Melbourne,
Mm-hmm.
and I was only there for a few months, and I hooked up with my old mate Matt Scuddergood from Scott's Madhouse,
Mm-hmm.
and we went out to a few of the caches near Lake Eildon, how do you
Yield,
pronounce
isn't
it?
it?
Eildon,
Yep.
I think. And one of the cases was the 200 meter 200 meter vertical ascent challenge.
Ah, okay, yes.
Beautiful location. You climb it, and
Yeah.
it looks out views out over the Goulburn Valley, and you could climb it, and you had to have something like 150 meters of climbing other people's caches, but
Right.
you could claim 50 meters of your own,
Okay.
and it just simply wasn't enough for me to currently claim it. So yeah, I had to get into it and
Yeah. And do more. Yeah.
put out 3 of my own so far,
Yes.
and
So
to
you've
pick
got
up
your
an
own
extra.
climbing gear now, and you're trained and all of that.
I wouldn't say training was hard for me. It was something like I really wanted someone to teach me, but just trying
Mm.
to hook up with someone, and it was just go to a ropes course, and look, it's not recommended. Definitely not recommended that you just suck it and see and try it yourself.
Yeah.
But that's what I did, and I'd already had like great guidance from people like Philip,
Yes.
who's the degree symbol, Matt Scuddergood, and Brother Colin, who was a bit of a rope abseiling expert. He was a teacher,
Okay.
and so great foundation. So I just
Good start.
remembered what they taught me and applied that, and just got back into it. So yeah, it's very interesting sort of part of caching.
Yes. Very
It's
niche.
not easy.
I can't imagine it is easy.
It's probably the hardest T5 caching that I participate in.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some pictures on the internet of climbs, and it looks pretty extreme, or it can be.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have an instant rope setup, which is
Okay.
over this shoulder.
Yes.
That's what we'll call it, and that strays the stray line up. So
Oh yeah.
I use a bit of arborist tree climbing gear.
Mm-hmm.
I use arborist stray bags, and stray lines to get the stray line up, and then put the rope up, and then set the
Yeah.
rope. And so the good thing about technical tree climbs, like hiding them, you can make your container as big as you want. Usually,
Yeah,
like
that's right. Because
like
there's really not going to be any muggle finding that unless they're really dedicated and curious as to what it is.
yeah, I found one in Victoria, right around
Mm-hmm.
the corner from the other one, all hidden by Clever Monkey. Because I know you guys know Clever Monkey, but yeah, he he really loved caching, spent a lot of money on it. He
Mm-hmm.
had an ammo can on a parachute,
Yes.
and that was called Broken Arrow, and yeah, you couldn't miss it really. So,
But it was hard to get to.
indeed, it was. It was 20. I thought it was 20 meters, or I'd have to go back and have a look at the stats. But,
It's funny, like you say 20 meters, and it doesn't sound very far, but when you start climbing a tree and you're dangling from a rope, 20 meters is really high.
it's very it sounds easy, and most of us when we start, it's very hard to sort of use the ascender to get up, and
Yeah, very physical.
yeah, all I can say is don't be fat.
Go to the gym before you start the climb. Yeah.
Look, it doesn't matter. Like, it's about the application, but
Yeah.
I noticed the heavier I got, the harder it is. So
Yeah. Well, there you go. And down in ACT, she reckons there's quite a few tree climbs now in and around ACT. Each one's higher than the last one, but very few technical climbs. So you might have to
yeah,
have a look at that on your way through as well.
I wasn't aware of any of them when I passed through there very briefly.
Yeah.
I stopped at Bowral on the first run to have a look at Five Eyes, and that was very high up a tree, but then that changed.
Yeah.
Where you needed a ventilator. I don't know if I should say that, but
Oh dear. So I also know that you're a big fan of water-based caches as well. So
yes,
how did you get into those?
sort of thing, yeah. Like
Were friends
first
going
start,
on them, or you
first
saw one and wanted to get it?
when I first started that week
Mm.
that I started, only a week later I went to my first event, which was
Okay.
at Jonathan Rock, and at Lake Jonathan, and Sierra One and us three scouts had already put out a flood of caches along the creeks, and I tell you, hardly anyone owned kayak or boats that
Right.
were
Yeah.
cages. So you could hire a canoe or something for a gold coin donation, but a lot of people then started getting kayaks, and so yeah, I hired one, and for 4 hours I was hooked straight away. Went straight
Yeah.
on eBay and bought a kayak for $300, and
Yeah.
and then I started to hire a few of my own. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate here that, again, kudos to Tim, Wallaby Wanderers. He's put out a flood of cases out here on the
Okay.
sunny coast that are T5.
Yes.
So,
So he likes water-based caches too.
I say more than like. I think he loves taking his puppy, Zelda, and along
Yeah. Have a
for a
paddle.
paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't done any water-based caches because I don't own a kayak, and I had friends with a kayak, but they've since sold them, so I haven't had a chance. So it's sort of a big effort to organise.
we don't have to find all of them by kayak. A lot of people go out to Somerset Dam
Oh yes.
and do the Dark Side series. A
Mhm.
lot of people just hire a boat,
Okay.
this sort of four-cylinder putt, and they go along and it takes quite a while to find 100 caches, the Dark Side series, but that's
I bet
done
it
by
does.
boat, and then a little bit of walking and hiking between caches. So it's not all about kayaking; it's about
Yeah.
just getting on the water. And there's also people swim to it. I swam
That's,
to one of my first ones, so
yes.
only 20 meters or so, but
Yeah.
I did swim to it.
That's a challenge to try and then sign the logbook with hands. I presume you took a
Yeah.
pencil.
The first one I swam to, which was the Blue Lagoon. Now, I don't know. Sorry, I've got the table, got the camera. Up at Swanton, and it used to be a local spot where lots of locals used to go
Yeah.
there and swim in this lagoon, and then private property sort of stopped people from going there willy nilly, and so yeah, I didn't have a kayak at that point, and I really wanted to get there, and so I walked as close up the creek, and I got an ammo can, and tied a rope around my waist, put my GPS. Back in those days,
In the
sorry.
That's clever, and put your GPS in the ammo can so it floated.
Yeah, well, the E-Trax 10 was pretty good water-wise anyway. They're brilliant with GPS. I still use
they are.
one to this day.
Yeah, I
I've
still
been
got one.
through, I've been through three of them,
Yep.
but to protect my tool that I needed to find the case, put the Garmin in the ammo can. Most people don't realise that ammo cans float.
No.
And so yeah, I paddled across, I swam across Bullsharkville and
These the things we do for a geocache.
Yeah.
There you go. Wallaby Wanderers, he says he's got around 100 caches on the water, with a couple more in the works. Malulabar, Maroochydore, Mary River, and Lake McDonald. So if you're heading in that area, keep your eyes peeled. There's more coming.
Yes,
Yeah.
if anyone around the country wants to find a shipload of water-based caches, sorry, pardon the pun. Yeah,
I like it.
Tim has put out
He's the man.
thousands,
Yeah.
and everywhere he's put out the series, I try and put an odd one or two.
Yeah.
Nice. Tim's done a wonderful effort of trying to put caches all on the Maroochydore River.
Oh, yes.
So, and trying to plug up the gaps. So,
yeah. Well, that's a busy river too.
Very.
There you go. I've been dobbed in. I've got a boat license, so what's holding me back? Maybe I'll ask Santa for a boat for Christmas.
Well, that's you're already done half the work.
That's right. Yeah, I've done all the hard work. I just need the boat now. There you go. And he's commented on your Dark Side series. It's on her list. Did not have time when they went to Debra.
Yes, it's not my series. It belongs to Florendo, who also put the series, the Fish and Case series, down near South Australia, which I don't know of anyone that's really done it by kayak or anything like that. You do need a decent sort of boat.
Yes, Stradbroke is a bit of a long paddle if you're going to go kayaking.
Yeah. So, and they also have another series that goes up the inside of Bribey and an Adventure Lab as well.
Okay.
So,
at least it's on the protected side then.
Yeah.
It's
quite the paddle by kayak, I tell you.
Yeah, it'd be stuffed. There you go.
But you can do all those ones inside of Bribey on a kayak.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Take you further, but you can do it.
I've got an offer from Kitty Catch. I can borrow her kayak. Might just have to wait until it's a bit warmer though. I agree with you, Kitty. It was cold when I was down there last fortnight. It'll be even colder in the future. Maybe I could take my ice skates.
I haven't seen many water-based caches in Canberra come up on my search, so I will be on the lookout for that.
Yes, well, there you go. Tank Engine reckons the only thing in his geo kit that he's missing is a chainsaw. Oh, well, if it doesn't work out, get the chainsaw out.
Okay. I have a comeback to that. Like someone on our local Facebook page, Sunshine Coast Facebook, commented that quite regularly. And I put a picture up of one of my hides. And it's basically one of these, but I touched the rare earth magnet, and it's on a railway bridge.
Okay.
So you can't cut the railway bridge down because it's all metal.
Well, there you go. Something else for the geo kit. Oh, dear.
But a chainsaw would always be handy.
Well, if you can't have a chainsaw, Kitty Catch is going to take a cherry picker.
Oh, God. This is another thing I get thrown my way.
Really?
One of the cases here calls Coney's cherry picker, personal cherry picker. And
yep.
Yeah. So the way I get around that is put my hides on trees that are over creeks and water.
Yeah.
So you can't use a ladder or get anything to them.
Oh, dear. You can't wrangle any other way to it. God, you make it difficult.
Gotta try and have an answer for everything. So
they do, yeah, and they'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. There you go. Tattoo Squared, he's got many based lists, but they're just waiting to get done. Yes, on the to-do list. There's a lot on the to-do list.
Yeah, I've formed a bit of a list myself for ones around the country. I want to get down to Sydney. There's ones on the Colo series, Colo River or something.
Yeah, that'd be good.
After the boys replace them.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Kitty Catch. I reckon chainsaw needs to be one of the attributes. It could be an attribute on the DC page. Andrew Barker reckons chainsaw makes the tree climbs easy. Very easy. Just can't put it back the way you found it. Oh, dear.
Reminds me, we had a cache down here at Flounder or somewhere
Yeah.
where it was one of these zip line caches. And
Right.
So, and it was on a 20, 30 meter long tree or something. And you had to go find the case, but the case was actually like 20, 30 meters away from GZ. So, yeah,
Oh,
you sort of work it out, but it's not where you
yeah.
first look.
Know what you were thinking. So, so you own a kayak now. So do you plan days to go kayak caching or?
Me, myself,
Yeah.
um, I actually own 2 or 3 of them, but yeah, I got a couple, and look, I don't really plan to do a lot of days on my own. I've got my own little series on Broome Pocket Dam, which is all
Oh,
challenge
yes.
caches, and there's a couple other caches there. Where else? I I usually put mine in. There's a couple of Facebook groups that more water-based fun. They put out
Yeah.
invitations to come and join them.
Okay.
So that's what I prefer to do. And
Yeah.
then,
Make it a social as well.
then when my friends put them out for first of finds, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all over them. I'll try to be.
That's good. Throw the kayak in the ute and off you go.
Yeah, well, sometimes the kayak lives on the ute permanently. So
Ah, there you go. Prepared like a Boy
yes,
Scout.
straight after work.
There you
It's the
go.
easiest
Oswald
way.
wants to know, is that a bike pump TTC bag launcher behind you?
Yes, correct.
Ah,
So
there you go.
um,
Good
yeah,
spotting, Oswald.
yeah, that's not a bad way of putting it. Um, so yeah, this is something like this. A good mate, Stephen, Bill at Waggy, sent me some plans for this,
Yeah.
and I adapted what he sent me, and um, yeah, I got this serves me well. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's a trackable.
Hey, trackable
Yeah,
code there.
if anyone,
PQH7WR.
yeah, you can
PQH7WR, if anyone wants to
you can have
discover
a
your tree launching contraption.
yeah kabushka.
Yeah, I like it. So what, you pump
So
it up with the bike pump, builds up the pressure, and then you release it and it shoots up the line?
look, yeah, can't say too much about these, but you gotta be safe when you use something like this. This is a
Your
V dub valve in the bottom.
valve. Yep.
Just simply, I think it was $40 of material from Bunnings. Um,
Yeah.
it's not, yeah, it works very efficiently because it's
Not sure.
nearly 2 meters long.
Yeah.
I'm pretty accurate with it,
Oh,
even
okay.
with the stiff trigger. I know some people get fancy and they use a hair trigger.
Yep.
And yeah, that's
Can be
another
dangerous.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good option. I think that's something I'd like to have a play around with.
Yeah.
It's just how many hours in the day do you get?
Yeah, that's right. I know. How much time we're going to dedicate to these things?
Oh God, I can't wait till I'm a great nomad and I'm living in
Yeah,
my
I know.
caravan, going around to all the megas and whatnot. So,
That's the plan. So Heather reckons you need to bring some climbing gear if you're coming to the Geo Venture.
oh, interesting. Okay,
There are some big trees around Millicent.
I know we'll have some interesting DTs on our target list. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I'll talk to a couple of lads see if that will be on our list.
nice,
So,
nice. There you go.
so
Julo reckons
again,
that Yoda needs to meet Groot. We'll have to bring
yeah,
Yoda on the next event. Meet
yeah.
Groot.
I sort of just kept Grogu away. I just kept Grogu over there just to keep me
Yes,
company. When now I'm trying to think of it. The lady who owns the baby Groot?
that's DTY.
Yeah. I was thinking. I tried to look for her at the Mega when she came up here, but see if I could get a photo with Grogu with baby
Yep.
Groot, but I didn't
Maybe
see
the
her.
next
So
one.
So yeah, Gregory is also trackable. Yeah, he was my Christmas present. So
Oh,
yeah,
want to give us
I
the
don't, I don't know if
trackable?
anyone's seen The Mandalorian, which is, but yeah, it's a cool Star Wars series. I'll see if I can.
See if we can see that.
Can
There you go. DCXFTW. DCXFTW.
yeah,
Discover
sorry.
him as well.
Yes, sorry.
There you go. Kitty Catch says there's going to be lots of tools needed for the Mega. Oh,
People
there you
and
go.
people and everyone has a telescopic ladder these days.
Very handy. You kind of need one.
Yeah, I've never owned one because I always had extension ladders and whatnot for my occupation. So
Handy. Very handy. There you go. You need to head to Millicent.
DP one.
Baby Groot will be there.
Thank you, DP one.
Millicent. Excellent. It's a date.
Yeah,
It's a date.
he comes with me. So
Nice. All right. Well, if do you have anything else to add about the tree climbing, water-based geocaches? Would you suggest if people are going to take on water-based geocaches, they go with someone just in case, safety?
yes, for sure.
Yeah. Take water, take food.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you've got to be safe out there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, hat, sunscreen, water, all of that.
don't do what the bug does. Basically,
Do as you say, not as you do.
yeah, look, I was sort of lucky. I was born at Redcliffe, but growing up on the water, so
Yeah, familiar with it.
yeah, over 4 years I've been in and out of the water, so yeah, it's just comfortable for me. So
Benjamin Manning reckons red aluminium baseball bats for the Salties.
yes, I had quite the conversation with Ben about finding the water-based cases in Townsville, and
Townsville, absolutely. You would definitely need something for Townsville.
Well, we're looking at going up to Yeppoon. I don't know if anyone's noticed the fishing in the creek series up there. Sort of stuck out like a sore thumb for years and years and years. Apparently, Tamigi just goes out on a kayak and plants these things, and yeah, we're a bit funny about going north of I don't know what Rocky, out on rivers, but
yeah. Once you start heading up that way, it starts getting a little bit questionable about salt water. So
yeah, we're looking to take a boat up. So
yeah,
something with high sides. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I've been swimming where crocodiles are, and but one thing I noticed when I was in Northern Territory that all the locals, the indigenous, the local mob, they all swam out in the ocean. They swam in creek, but it was safety in numbers, and they all stuck together.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's still not recommended to go hiking in those areas.
It's not in the Geocacher Handbook Guide.
No. Yeah. As Tim says, mud geckos are just misunderstood.
I reckon if you just leave them alone, they're fine.
Well, he said the other week, you just need to give them a little rub on the tummy, but
brave or silly, one or the other.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if no one else has got any questions for dahumbug, we might move on. Move on from there as time is getting away from us, as it always does. So, for anyone out there who would like to come on the show, have a topic you want discussed, if it's something like tree climbing or tree fishing or kayaking or something, something you haven't tried before, something you want to know a little bit about, get in touch with us. You can send us an email at geocachingdownunder@gmail.com. Let us know a topic you'd like to discuss, and I can go and try and find someone and talk about that for a little bit. If you'd like to come on the show and talk about one of your specialty topics, then get in contact with me, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, send us an email. let us know. I'm always keen on finding out about, different topics of the game. There's so many different ways to play this game. So if you'd like to reach out, please do. That would be good. And let us move on to the next exciting section where I can announce some prizes. So please hold. Cool. All righty. So let's just swap this around here. All right. So we have had another awesome month for the calendar competition. Thank you for everyone who submitted a photo. There has been some cracking photos last month. If you want to, you can jump onto Facebook, go back to April, have a look for the post, scroll through the comments. All the applicants are there. You can see what type of quality photos have been put in. So for the April winner is, let me get ready here. I need a drum roll. I don't have a drum roll. Oh, thank you. There we go. So the April winner is DTY with Baby Groot. So there is the winning photo there. So thank you for submitting, DTY. Thank you, everyone who voted. That one is going to be in the 2022 GDU calendar. So I will be in contact with you after the show, DTY. So thank you for that. Baby Groot is just the cutest. And I love him. I want him. So you better lock him up next time I'm near you. Oh dear. So I do have another photo competition for May. That is the post on Facebook you are looking for. Simply find that one, scroll down in the comments, add your picture. While you're there, vote for your favourite, the one with the most likes, loves, reactions. That one will be in the calendar for May of next year. So head over to Facebook, find that one. You must be the owner of the picture or have permission from the owner of the photograph to submit.
I know there's a
Yes,
lot of
thank you.
bidding photographers out there and their locations. So
Absolutely. And photography just fits in so well with geocaching. You're out in the wilderness, you're seeing some awesome things. So, yeah,
well,
take a pic.
if you're take a pic.
Take a pic, submit it in the comp.
If you're a bit of a PGC nerd, you're endorsed to load a photo with your log. Encouraged to put a photo with your log. So
Yes,
all the
I love taking
accumulates, the
photos with my
points.
log.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I don't like is that when I get my emails is that like how many people actually do attach a photo with the log. You sort of actually got to go into the case page and look at the logs to see who's put a photo.
Yeah.
Except for my virtual and my earth cache, where
Yeah.
it's mandatory to have
Photo.
the picture with it. So
I love photos. Like, I love travel bugs that have photos on them so you can see where they are in different parts of the world. I love seeing people's, experience of the geocache, like as the hider. I love seeing their adventure finding the geocache. So I love pictures on my logs. I love it. I try and always put a picture on my log as Three Ferrets knows. I'm always there taking pictures. Oh dear. Alrighty, so let's wrap up, move on. This is probably everyone's favorite part of the show. Prize time. Get ready. Here's a special announcement.
Hey, Purple Cache Eater, it is Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, and you're listening to the Geocaching Down Under podcast. It's right below my feet. It's down there. It's right down there. Listen.
So thanks to Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, for that shout out. That's awesome. Alrighty, so on to the prizes. So thanks for everyone for joining us. Thank you for sticking around. We're now over the hour mark. So really appreciate your support and staying with us. We have a few prizes, a couple of prizes to give away this month, thanks to Geo Stuff. So once again, thank you to our sponsor, Geo Stuff. There we are. So let me show you what you can win. So prize number one is this beautiful cash in, trash out geocoin. So that one is up for grabs.
Very pretty.
Let me just take that one away. And I'm going to fall back on my old favourite trick. You can help me with this, Humbug. Keep an eye on the chat and let me know which one.
Okay.
The quickest, the first one in with the closest answer. I'll tell you the answer in a minute. All right, so everyone knows the trick. A number between 1 and 100. Only enter once. Only give us one number. I don't want 10,000 numbers from one person. If you do, I'll just take the first answer. So that's fine. All right, so go. Numbers between 1 and 100. Well, hey, here they come. Righty. Thank you, everyone. Keep those numbers coming in. Keep those numbers coming in. That's right, Julie. They must be exhausted from Mingo. There was a lot to do in one day. I was looking at their schedule, and it was hectic. I can't believe they do it all in one day. They should spread it over 2, just like us. Yes, loving the shout-outs from the guys in the US. Thanks, Lainey. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, this world we live in. Kitty Catch, great to have your support. Thanks, Joshua. It really is, so thank you. Alrighty, let me just keep having a look here. I'll see if I can find somebody. No one's hit the nail on the head, so let me just see if I can find.
You can tell me the number.
I will when I find the closest number. All right, so it looks like everyone has stopped. Looks like everyone has stopped guessing, so I can turn the music off and lull everyone to sleep. So the magic number was 61. 61. Who was the first, or who was the closest to 61? Let's have a look.
57. 57 from Lainey Kelly.
Lainey Kelly with 57 on YouTube. 57. 61 we're looking for. Scrolling. Every day we're scrolling. Keep on scrolling. Okay. Looks like the winner for this month is Lainey Kelly, our sponsor, our marketing mentor. Thank you, Lainey.
Well done.
Good job.
Didn't she win another time?
What's that?
Didn't she win another time? A couple of shows ago?
She did. But as she donated it to the place person. So I'll check in with her.
Trading?
It might be, but she donated her prize last time, so there you go. She'll donate it to the next in line again.
Yeah,
who was the next closest to 61?
I saw a 55 from Graham Milbank.
Yeah. Alrighty, Grub Fred. Congratulations, Grub Fred. We'll give it to you. Thanks, Lainey, for passing that one on. Very generous of you. So, Grub Fred, I will get in contact with you and get some details, and you are the lucky recipient of this beautiful cash-in, trash-out geocoin. That is coming your way soon, Grub Fred, so look out for that.
Well done.
Alrighty. On to the next prize, because there's more than one, because Geo stuff is super, super nice. Here is the next prize. This is 7 travel bugs again, and these are the natural wonders of the world. So one person wins all 7, and I'm going with the old standard. Pick a number, any number between 1 and 100.
Not 1 in 1,000 or so?
No, that's too hard. Can't count that high. Alrighty, so get those numbers in. I'm going to pick another number. That's right. There you are, Grub Fred. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Awesome. Lainey, you must have the luck of the Irish. 2 months in a row. Good job.
See, it's mandatory that the people with numbers in their name, they just go with that number.
It's obviously their favourite number.
Chosen 1978, went with 78.
Yep. Oh, DTY 73 though, didn't go with 73.
Oh, that might be an automatic entry. I don't know.
All right, keep those guesses coming. Yes. Yes, I'm with you on that. I wish it worked with the lotto too. If we could spend all our lady luck on lotto, very happy. Very happy.
I'd be happy with Keno.
Keno. Well, yes,
Keno.
that with some decent numbers too, can't it?
Yeah.
All right, keep those numbers coming in. Don't see too many answers coming in. Oh, someone else took 33. All right, then, fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right, between 1 and 100.
One of my favourite numbers, 33.
33. 33. All righty, looks like everyone has stopped guessing, and the lucky number was number 88. 88. So here was
On the second run. Ooh,
88.
I see an 82.
Oh, there we go. According to my calculations, Sandy, you were the first one in and you were the closest. I can't see 88. Bang on. There we go. I'm calling it. Sandy, congratulations. You are the winner of this beautiful 7 travel bugs.
Yeah, they're a nice looking set.
Ooh, 7. Now you've got to decide what you're going to do with them. That's the trouble. Put them out.
It's a shame to separate them.
It would be, wouldn't it? Maybe you could send out a proxy or something.
It killed my OCD, I reckon.
It's a bit of a conundrum. Alrighty. Well, congratulations to Grubfred with the Saito, however you want to pronounce that, cash in, trash out Geocoin. And congrats to Sandy Spink. Thank you, Sandy. You have won the 7 TBs. So I will be in contact with both of you after the show. Just make sure I've got the correct contact details. I'll pass that on to John Baxter. Here he is at geostuff.com.au, and we'll get those in the post off to you very soon. So if you liked the show, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like it on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That's the one. Join us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're there. And
we have a Thomas Schultz said he had 88.
Oh, really? Oh, go back and count again, Thomas.
I didn't see it. But
I didn't see it, Thomas. Hang on, please hold. Was that in the first batch or the second batch? This is the problem. They scroll.
Is that an automatic entry for the second batch?
No, two different comps. So, Thomas, if you're in the first batch with 88, that was for the cash in, trash out Geocoin. And the second time round for the travel bugs. Just trying to do a quick scroll before I call it. I can't see it.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry, Thomas.
Thank you, Julie.
Sorry, Thomas. I can't see it in my list of comments. I'm not sure where that's gone.
Thanks, Tim.
Oh, dear. Yeah, so thank you, Julie. Thank you, Tim. Julie's got your number, Tim. Thomas, Tim, Timothy T's. Tank Engine, if you're pulling my leg, you're in trouble. Big trouble. Awesome. Thank you, Chosen 1978. We try to bring you an interesting show, show you some different topics, some different points of view. Alrighty, so big shout.
Thank you for having me along, and
thank
you
for joining
us out there.
Love
and thank you to anyone that's missed the show, and spends the time to watch it.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So if anyone has anyone that watches the show after the fact, and like I do, I catch up months, years later. Feel free to shoot me a question. I will get to you eventually. I always do. If a lot of the times in 5 seconds, but usually within a day or two. So
yes, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's great. Yeah, so you can reach out to dahumbug if you've got any questions on any of the topics that we discussed tonight. He's happy to answer any questions. So don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Insta, and Twitter. Geocaching Down Under, so you don't miss any of the news, any of the announcements. Let's do a quick little wrap up here. So massive thanks to our sponsors, LK Consulting Group, geostuff.com.au, and thanks to Mum. Also big thanks to the Patreons. They also contribute money each month and help the podcast run. See Michelle, Kitty Catch, Green Cordial, GC Jazz, Kingfisher AU, Snappy Tomcats, Jule, Darren Archer, Captain Roverman, Kim Jarvis, and DTY73. Thank you very much for being a Patreon. I truly appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for the live viewers. Thank you for being here. For the replay viewers, thank you for listening in, taking your time. And the listeners, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, you can watch the replay on YouTube and you can watch it on Facebook. You can also listen to the podcast on Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, any of the podcast apps that you like to listen to your podcast through. We are there. So basically, next show will be on the 8th of June. So lock that one in. Tuesday, the 8th of June, 7:30. I will be back. New guest, new topic, same time, same place, same face. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy your nights. Thank you, dahumbug, once again. Hope everyone enjoys their week. Thank you. We'll see you next month.
thank you again. Bye-bye.
Lovely. Alrighty. So, show is over. We've got to chat with our chat room. How is everybody? That went a bit longer than anticipated.
Oh,
how are you going, Humbug?
Oh, is it just me and you, or is?
No, we're still live in the chat room.
Oh, okay.
Got all the people in the chat room there. So
still don't swear and stuff.
It'd probably be best if you didn't.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandy. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, first time I've probably done something like this. So
yeah, no, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. As I say, I love getting like different points of view, and I've never done caching or like tree caching or tree fishing, so that's great.
Yeah, always good for a chat.
Yes.
As you found out on Saturday night.
I'm not from the sponsor.
Oh, that's the moderator.
That's the moderator. Sponsor wears many hats. Many hats.
The inside trader.
We're just getting word here from the live audience that it was a brilliant show. Good chat. Enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Kitty, please, what day is the second Tuesday of June? Is it 11? Oh. I tell you what, madam. I tell you what. Where's my calendar? Please hold, madam. Your call is very important to us. Yep, no, that's right. The 8th of June. Today's the 11th. No, yes, it is. Today's the 11th. 11th of May, 8th of June. Yes, thank you, Alan. 8th of June, 7:30.
All day.
Oh, well. I don't think I could talk for that long. Definitely be sick of me by then. Awesome. There you go. Alan reckons you're on your best behaviour, Corey.
Well, yeah. They know me.
Yeah. Benjamin said, well done.
They probably
Thank you, Tattooed Squared. Appreciate it.
no worries.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is it. Booked in. Thanks, D2I. We will see you then. You little baby. You're out of here. Out of here. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, everyone. And yep, tune in next month. You'll see all the promos, and we will
Facebook
see you
reminders.
another time. Yeah, Facebook.
I noticed you can like look for the show on YouTube and set a reminder. Quite easy. So
Yeah.
So that works
hit
well.
bell.
Yeah, something
Hit
like
bell.
that.
Yeah, that's it. Awesome. All right, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you in a month. See you later.
Bye bye.